Mel Knight Sports back in the building. My co-host Micah. We're here to talk boxing. We're here to talk MMA. Of course, we had the long anticipated, long awaited, you know,
Short-lived.
short short-lived return of John John Bones Jones. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he did his thing, man. He did his thing. Obviously, if you don't know, he submitted Gane in the first round. Masterful performance, absolutely insane. I mean, it took Francis 5 rounds to win, and it took what, less than a minute for John Jones?
It took about 2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay. Shoot.
Took
Um,
about 2 minutes, yeah.
okay, yeah. So what was your I only caught glimpses of the Jeff Neal fight. But let's start with the Jeff Neal fight. What did you think about that?
Well, Shavkat got tested. I
Didn't he
mean,
get
it
didn't he
started
get dropped?
he did in the first round. So Shavkat got tested, bro, but he pulled through, man. He showed his he basically had a very similar test
To Burns or
to
to
Hamzat.
Hamza? Yeah,
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 to Hamzat versus Burns. Although Jeff Neal's not the same level of competition as Gilbert Burns,
right.
but but I I kind of am reluctant to say this, but I think it showed that Hamzat kind of would have. Shavkat is at another level,
Hmm.
and also you have to look at the fact that styles make fights.
Indeed.
But I do believe that Hamzat would have won that fight
Between.
had it gone down between Shavkat
Hmm.
and him.
Yeah.
Um, because I mean, you look at Shavkat and Gilbert Burns. I don't believe that. I believe that he definitely could have given a similar fight to get to Gilbert Burns. He definitely could have drug it out because Shavkat does have the stamina. He showed that he does have the conditioning
Hmm.
to last into the later, because that was the question going in this.
Right.
Basically every fight that we've seen from
He
Shavkat,
finishes them quick, right?
yeah, it's been him finishing it very quick within the first round, within the first 2 rounds.
Hmm.
Um, Actually, I feel like every finish he's had has been a first round finish,
Wow.
but I would have to go back and look at that. But excuse me, but no, I believe that Hamzat would have won if it went down. But Shavkat versus Gilbert Burns is a very interesting fight.
Do you think they'll
Uh,
make that next?
they're looking at Shavkat versus Covington.
Right. I did see that. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Who do you have winning that fight?
if he can defend, oh, that's so interesting. Cause I think I do have Colby winning, just because we've seen Colby literally take so much
Damage.
and just
Yeah.
still be there.
Literally.
And yeah,
Still
and I don't.
coming
I
for you. Still coming for you after you give him everything. He's still there.
As long as if Shavkat has the wrestling acumen to be there, because my thing is a fight with Colby Covington is looking to go 5 rounds,
Oh
bro.
yeah, yeah. You got to be
It's very
prepared. You got to be prepared to
he's
go.
like he's like if Nate Diaz had the wrestling
Hmm.
that Colby has,
Right,
in terms of like the stamina,
right, and the
in terms
durability.
of like exactly in terms of the durability, and in terms of like your his ability to drag you into deep water, man.
Right.
I mean, that's just what he aims to do. Him and Nate Diaz are very similar in that way. They'll hit you 60%, 70% the whole fight,
Hmm.
and then those strikes will just add up,
Hmm.
and then you'll be getting tired, and they'll just drag you into deep water, to the point where it's like you don't want to be there. But they're not going to knock you out.
Right.
They
Right.
may submit you
Hmm.
for sure, but they're basically just they're going to stay with you
Right.
for
Accumulation
5 rounds.
damage. Accumulation damage.
Mhm.
That's their game. So they like to accumulate with the damage, and it obviously it can work. We've seen it work. Obviously, um, Kobe's only lost to who, like, the best, right? Obviously
Yeah,
Usman. Obviously Usman. Who else did he lose to?
I think he's only lost to Usman. Honestly,
Wow.
let me look up his record real quick.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that he's only, as far as the UFC. No, well. Well, well, hold on.
I think he has three losses. Oh, well, obviously two comes from Usman.
Yeah, he may not have lost in the UFC.
Oh, okay. And he's always been at welterweight.
Yes,
Wow.
for as long as I can remember, he's been yeah. So I'm looking right here. Lost to okay, no, he lost to a guy named Varley Alves.
When was that?
Well, he lost by guillotine. That was in that was in 2015.
Jeez, that wasn't in the UFC, was it?
Okay, no, he was actually he. It wasn't the UFC. He
Oh,
was a
okay.
light heavyweight before
Oh,
this, so he was not always that.
oh, he was a
Wait,
light
what?
heavyweight.
Because it says here he lost to Cormier. Oh no, excuse me, that was Johnson. Excuse me, I'm reading that
That's the
wrong.
other dude.
That's you. That's at UFC 187. Johnson versus
Oh,
Cormier.
okay.
Excuse me.
So he
Um,
was no light heavyweight.
no,
Okay.
he was a welterweight.
Hmm.
Um, I'm just looking at, and he's lost to Usman. Yeah, so three loss. So yeah, he is 20.
21-3, right?
He's 17-3. Excuse
Oh,
me.
17-3.
Yeah, 17-3. Two losses to Usman, and then
The one.
one to this guy named Warley Alves by guillotine.
Right. Yeah.
That
So
was 2015.
that's good ratio. That's good numbers.
Yeah,
Um,
it's great numbers.
you know, but I find it interesting that he's willing to fight this Shakman. What's his name? Rukmanov?
Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Yeah, Shakmat. I find it funny that he's willing to fight him, but not Hazmat. You know.
I don't know if he's not willing to fight
Well,
him
I
or
thought
not.
that was actually the fight that they were going to make. I thought that a couple months ago that they were finalizing it, but something happened, and something went through. Something happened where it didn't go through, and I mean, either way, it's still a good fight. I do also have Colby winning that fight against the Shock Mahav guy. You know. So, but I mean,
Yeah.
which each with each weekend, man, the fights just, with each person losing and winning, the fights just keep getting better. You know what I'm saying? Because now we're getting dudes getting knocked, as far not knocked out literally, but like getting knocked out of the picture, and it's like the best is fighting the best, which is something we're missing in boxing. But the best are fighting the best. What did you think about um Valentina Shevchenko?
Bro, that was insane. That was insane. The way it
Yeah, that was a good fight, man. That was a really good fight.
yeah. I mean, Jamal said it best. I mean, I'm not gonna say what they said.
What'd they say?
'Cause they basically said stop throwing spinning shit. And it was like really
Oh,
just the fact that she really didn't throw it the right
yeah.
way.
Well,
You're
she
not
didn't throw it right. Number one. Also, I saw her make a couple actual errors that, Grasso didn't take advantage of, and obviously that one caught up with her. But go ahead.
Yeah, there was the error was the fact that she threw that she was coming in. She didn't
She didn't do it right at all. Like off
yeah,
balance. Like.
you can't throw that when so I mean, I'm not gonna say you can't throw that when somebody's coming in. I'm saying, but it's much more risky to throw that when somebody's moving toward you
Hmm.
because I mean you're turning your back to them.
Right.
The turning back kick is a good strike. It's powerful.
Hmm.
If you land it, I've seen plenty of people, end fights like that, end fights with the spinning hook kick. I mean, the thing is, like, that's a Taekwondo kick.
Mm.
So, like, you don't just have to throw the back kick like that. You can also switch it up and throw the spinning hook kick or,
Right.
hook kick is another name for it.
Okay.
So, it's not a bad kick.
Hmm.
It's just that you need to set it up correctly. I would set it up first
Hmm.
uh, but I would set it up first by pushing them back with the roundhouse.
Okay.
The kicks are always going to push people back at them moving backwards.
Hmm.
So you want to use those kicks to the leg or to the midsection or anywhere just to push her back.
Yeah.
And excuse me, and once you have her moving back, I would throw it. I'd feint it to make sure that you have her moving back, and then you have it set up to,
Hmm.
uh,
So you don't get
uh
smothered. She can rush in.
yeah, yeah,
Also, I also think a lot of it was, well, I won't say a lot of it, but big part of it was the fact that she wasn't balanced enough. Like she threw it almost half-assed from what I was seeing. She threw it like it was lazy. You know what I'm saying? It was like a lazy thing, and I don't think she really, fully, you know, committed to it and dug down and had her balance and her center of gravity. And Grasso immediately jumped on her back, and you know what I'm saying. But there was a couple times before that Shevchenko would go on the ground and would like fail miserably. Fail miserably. I was saying this so bad, but she'd fail miserably. But like Grasso, well, from what I remember, right, she didn't take advantage of it. Um, and this time, she was able to do it and get on her back and oh man, it was what was crazy is I had a feeling she was going because she was in the fight, but Shevchenko was winning in my opinion. I think Valentina was
Yeah.
winning the fight. But Grasso was definitely in the fight as well. Like she was in there. She wasn't. I don't know if I could say she was getting dominated. To be honest
Yeah, I
with you,
mean, it's not over till it's
it's
over,
not.
you
No,
know.
it's not over till it's over. We've seen it too many times. But I had a feeling she was going to win because she had an answer for a lot of the things and she was staying there. She was. We talked about dudes kind of just being there for you the whole fight, and she was right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She didn't.
Leon.
Yeah, yeah. Like oh shoot. Well, that's another one. But you know she was there the whole time. She didn't give up, and I just had a feeling that I saw what's her name Shevchenko start to fade a little bit. I started to see her fade. Um, with her throwing lazy things, kind of just trying to just get through the fight.
She didn't know what to do. And there were and the thing is, I think that we're kind of seeing that from Shevchenko a little bit. Not, I don't want to say definitively that she's declining. I don't think she is.
Yeah,
I
I
just
wasn't
think
saying
that with
that.
the
I
game,
wasn't saying that.
I
I was
just
saying
think that
during in the fight she was just
yeah,
fading.
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
yeah. I'm not saying that you are. I'm just
Mm,
saying that I don't want to say definitively. I want to say that uh like the competition is changing and
right. Yeah.
people are getting better.
Yeah.
People have had
Hmm.
many fights to learn from and to see her, especially her last.
Exactly. That's what I was literally just about to bring up. Think about you being a champion, right? You're having
Mhm.
people train, like you're having a whole division training to beat you, essentially. You know what I'm saying? You got people watching your fight, every
But
fight.
it's easy to get or hard to beat it. It's easier to get it than just to keep it.
That's facts. That's facts. What I'm saying? For you to keep it, for you to have these defenses, you know what I'm saying, and consistently defend the belt, what I'm saying, you got to be special. And not to say that she's not special. Obviously, she held the belt for a good amount of time, but it's a whole nother game when what I'm saying, when you're at this level where people are trained to take everything from you. They're taking
Hmm.
all your skills. They're taking all your weaknesses. They want to take, what I'm saying, they want to use all that stuff against you, and you know you have to be able to adapt. This is what we always talk about this. A true champ, and I'm not bashing Valentina at all. She did her thing. It wasn't her night. You know what I'm saying? She made mistakes and she paid for them. She's still a great fighter, still one of the best. But preface it saying that, but like at the same time, a true champion adapts. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to adapt. That's number one key. You know what I'm saying? Change things. You know what I'm saying? If you would do what you ever got to do whatever you got to do. But sometimes when someone is and the crazy part is again, she was winning the fight. So it's like, but again, you got to be there the whole time. You got to be up. You got to be, 80 to 100% all the time. And that's what happens when you get gassed and you get frustrated and that's just what happens. But adapting is key
Yeah,
for champions. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna keep it, and that's the only way you're gonna become one. Adapt. Change the change the game. You know what I'm saying? Change it on them if you have to. You know what I'm saying? If you get where I'm coming from on that one.
I do.
Yeah,
I do agree with
yeah, it's
you.
adapting. But it was again, she did good. Like no slight on her at all. She hey, we got to give it to Grasso for that one. You know what I'm saying? Now rematch wise, who would you give it to?
I mean, I'd give it to Valentina,
I agree.
to be honest. It's just the experience.
Yeah,
She was already winning. I just
yeah.
feel like she's gonna come back. I mean, look, we saw this kind of the same thing happen to Nunez,
Right, right,
and then she came back
right.
and
Came back and
and did her thing because she just didn't take it as seriously the first time.
right, right. Yeah, yeah, and you know, it's crazy though, cause those girls at that high level, they're able to get beat, but usually they come back and you know what I'm saying they dominate. So it's gonna be very interesting to see because Valentina was striking her, like she was getting the best of her on the feet. I thought, you know what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. Again, Grasso was in there. She was doing her thing, fighting. You know what I'm saying. She was fighting. But
Hmm.
striking wise, I thought that Valentina was just the more skillful fighter. Um,
No, she
yeah,
is.
she
She
is.
is.
So I think smart money is definitely on Valentina. I think she'll probably be able to get it done.
Mm.
So but salute to the to Grasso, new champion. She looking good too.
And
She
then
looking
the
real
next
good too.
third Mexican champion that we have now.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I saw that, but Yair is not. He's not a full champion yet.
He's an interim champ. He still counts as a champion.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, shoot.
So it's a Mexican. It's
It's three Mexicans now
Moreno, Yair, and
and
Grasso.
Grasso. Yeah. Yeah. Salute to them, bro. Salute to them. They did their thing. They came there, and you know what I'm saying. Daniel says some people meet their match and improve. Can't say that about most. Indeed. Yeah. It's like it's almost like if people watch Dragon Ball Z, but in Dragon Ball Z, the Saiyans they get stronger each time they get beat up. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you have to do that. You have to each time you get hit, and you got to do this during the fight. Anytime you get dominant or success is being done up onto you, you got to essentially level up. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, that's something that only the elite can do. You know what I'm saying? Where you're literally able to progress and get better as a fight. I know as a boxer, Charlo is like that. Charlo gets stronger as the fight goes on. He says that, and you could see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he knocked out Brian Castano, um, the fight started off very. I mean, the whole fight was amazing, but like you could see him. Of course, it is also the dudes getting broken down as well. That's we have to. But at the same time, you could see him. Just hurting the guy more. You know what I'm saying? He's getting hurt more, but by the end of the fight, I mean, he ended him. You know what I'm saying? That's a fight you should watch. But you know, that's a champion, bro. That's a real champion. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? That's what makes the fabric of a champion, you know what I'm saying, to adapt and get better on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Um, 'Cause I mean I've sparred where, you know, like dudes are fucking, they're quick, right? And you gotta think, okay, how am I gonna, you know what I'm saying? And if you're not as fast as
Hmm.
them, okay, now you gotta time them. You know what I'm saying? Or you gotta, go into hyperdrive. Like I surprised myself that, you know what I'm saying, one time before. Like I genuinely I'm like, damn, like I'm keeping up type shit, And so I
Yeah.
could only imagine at that level. So go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm listening to you. Uh, I was trying to think. There was this one boxer. I can't remember his name, but he fought this Russian guy. It was during COVID, and there was no crowd. I don't know if he was Russian, but he was like popping. I just can't remember his
He was
name.
a black guy?
Yeah,
He's fighting a Russian dude type of dude?
he was fighting a European guy. Could have been Russian.
Huh. Does he have short hair?
Yeah,
Light skin or dark skin?
dark skin.
Dark skin. Do you think I know him?
Yeah, with the dark skin with the not a big beard, but with a beard.
Not bro no, not Broner.
No, not Broner.
Okay, you know about Broner, yeah.
He would have been. I think he's a middleweight. I think
Middleweight,
he's either a
black.
middle
Uh,
or a middle. Yeah, he's a middle or welterweight.
Daniel, do you know? Make in the comments if you know. I can't think of it. A black dude. He's in middleweight. I'm trying to think. Dark skin, short hair, has a beard. I don't know, bro. And he fought a Russian dude type of dude, a European guy.
Yeah, it was on my freaking
Hmm.
it was on my Instagram, and then I looked it up. I looked up his name to see if he just
You don't remember what it started with?
it started with a J. I thought
It's,
it's not Jerron Ennis though.
it's not J Rock. I don't think actually he might be. It's not J Rock.
J Rock versus like how would you like Jay?
Yeah. No, no, actually no, just the letter J. I don't think it's J Rock though.
I don't know, man.
But what about it? What do you see about him?
He just showed out, man. He just showed out,
Hmm.
and it. Oh my goodness, I wish I knew his name.
Hmm.
But nah, but I just wanted to know if you knew about him because I just want. Oh my goodness, this is literally gonna haunt me, bro.
I'm trying
It's
to
literally
I'm
gonna.
trying to think of black dudes at middleweight. Like there's Charlo, um, middleweight. Yeah, there's Charlo, but it might have been Charlo, bro. To be honest, who you're thinking of? Did he had short hair. He had a
He did.
beard. You said?
Yeah, but he
Okay.
didn't have his hair dyed though.
Okay, yeah, so it's not Charlo. It's not Charlo. I don't know.
But I'm looking right now. But oh my goodness, I'm gonna get mad, man. But but no, but it was just an up and coming guy who I want to see, who I wanted to see if you knew,
Hmm.
because he was piecing a dude up
Yeah.
like bad, man,
Okay. Okay.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll find it. You'll find it. And we could talk about it another time.
I'll probably find it in like a highlight video or something like
Yeah.
that, and I'll
And
be
just
like in the comments.
yeah, and just send it
It's
to me.
that guy.
Um. Um. So what fight did we have after the Valentina fight? Was that the champion, or was that
Yeah, that was a
the main event?
main and co-main event.
Okay.
Bo Nickel was another
Oh,
guy
that's
who came
right.
over. He
Oh,
came
and
over
your
from
girl fought.
jiu-jitsu.
Your girl fought.
Yeah, my girl fought
Oh
boy. She
gosh,
fought
she looking good,
Tabitha
bro.
Ricci.
Lord
Yeah,
have mercy, she
fine.
is fine as
So
hell. Oh boy,
she submitted her. I can't remember with what. I believe. Oh yeah, no, it was an armbar.
armbar, eh?
The real nice armbar. Oh
She's
my
good.
goodness gracious, bro. She was bro, she's ferocious,
Hmm.
bro.
What?
Like
And does she have a chance at the champion?
for sure.
So
For sure. Straw weight, for sure. I mean, if she just needs to become more technical
okay,
with her striking. But like she has the strength, she has the intensity, she has the athleticism and all of that. She's young. I think she's 34.
okay.
No, no, no. I think she's younger than that.
What's her name again?
Tabitha Ricci.
Tabitha Ricci. Yeah, shorty looking good as hell. She is 28.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 28.
Damn.
She's young,
Yeah,
man.
she is very young actually. She has a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
How how
She's from Sao Paulo.
how old do you think like most champions are in the excluding John Jones
Most champions are in their mid
in the
30s.
mid 30s? Do you like obviously it's an anomaly for them to be younger, but like why do you think that is? Like do you think it's just experience? Like do you think it's
Well,
strength?
it's just like
Because in boxing it's
it's
different.
that you have two primes, bro. I believe that in MMA is that you have two primes, and your first prime is when your body is the freshest,
Hmm.
and it's hold on one second.
When your body's the freshest, yeah.
Sorry, yeah, sorry, I just got an important text message. But what it's when your body is the freshest, and then your second prime. It's like when your body is the freshest and like you have accumulated the least amount of
Right.
damage and whatnot.
Hmm.
Um, but I shouldn't really say that's your prime because that's just really when you start
That's just
out.
being
That's just your
fresh.
fresh.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah,
being
it's just
fresh.
being fresh. So I would just, but yeah, I would just say like I really think that's the way it is in any sport. Is like your prime is like the peak of your prime is like your early 30s, early to mid 30s,
Hmm.
like when you're like 33.
I agree. I agree. I think it really depends as well on the person as well. Like some people, bro, by the time they're
Yeah, it's
33,
how you
bro,
fight.
it's how you fight. They're very true. But some people by 33, bro, their injuries are too much. Like Andre Ward, he had to retire at like 33. But at that time, he had already made his like championship run. He never lost a fight. Like, multiple, defenses, multiple belts. I don't think he ever went to undisputed. No, he didn't become undisputed. Um, but he was one of the best to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? But he just
Mm,
had too much injuries. You know what I'm saying? He just had too much injuries. His body couldn't take it, and he retired 33 and 0. Um, so yeah, I think it definitely depends on how you're fighting, who you're fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like with boxing, they don't really they try to build you up a lot. They don't really put you in with killers just like right away. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
The other day or maybe a couple months ago, like this one dude, his name is Rail, and he got the short end of the stick because he got put in with a monster, and this monster just ripped him up. It was ugly because he's still a prospect. He still can go very far, but he got ripped up. Uh,
Yeah.
and it by a relatively unknown fighter. You know what I'm saying? So that's the danger with these things. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how it goes sometimes in the sport. But I don't know if they do that like that in MMA. Like, do they build you up like that, or do you they just- if you show that you got promise, they put you in with
I
the
mean,
lions.
it's much more, it's much rarer that you're gonna get that. But there, like for example, Sean O'Malley fought this guy, Chris Moutinho, and just absolutely, bro,
Oh, is that
beat
the dude with the
breaks off
colorful hair? Not Sean.
green hair,
Yeah, green hair. Okay, yeah, I saw
bro,
that. I saw that.
beat freaking breaks off this guy.
That fight went viral. That fight went
Yeah,
viral.
he beat the brakes off him, and I mean, I understand why the fight wasn't stopped. The fight when it was, I understand why the fight was stopped when it was stopped because it was just like he's already gotten beaten up so bad, and you don't like at this point if you're gonna see him get knocked out, it would literally be just for the fans.
Entertainment and shit. You're not thinking of the
It
fighter.
literally, but yeah, so it'd be like there's no reason to make him get knocked out.
Hmm.
So so it stopped. I think it was an appropriate stoppage when it was stopped. Don't need to make him 30 seconds is a lot, bro,
30 seconds of what?
of the fight.
What?
Like that's how long was left in the
Oh,
fight.
okay, okay.
But before it got stopped.
Okay, was it a three
30
rounder?
seconds is a lot.
Was
You got Sean O'Malley standing in front of there just throwing bombs at you,
hmm
you know, and it's 30 seconds is a
It's a
lot.
lot. Oh yeah, for sure. That could feel like 2, 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
So
If
it's
you're
like
right there, if you're at if you're at that point of no return. You know
exactly.
what I'm
So it's
saying?
like there's no reason to make him take that damage because by the time the fight was stopped, he was literally just literally throwing punches so hard, just throwing bombs, throwing just hooks and
Hmm.
uppercuts, all power shots, just trying to knock him out.
Was that fight in the UFC?
Yeah, yeah.
So that dude
That
is
was recent. That was recent.
so that dude is in the UFC still,
He
or he got
he
caught?
wasn't in the UFC
He wasn't in the
when it
UFC.
when it happened, but I do believe that earned him a contract.
That earned him a contract.
Yeah, they just gave him an opportunity,
Hmm. But
essentially.
he's not. He hasn't
But I
fought
think they
since.
needed someone to fight.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. But the fight was in the UFC.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So, but I haven't seen him back since, that dude.
yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly what his situation is, but I just know I heard whispers that you know, because that's basically what everybody was saying was like, his toughness, the fact that he was like literally walking him down the whole time, just
Hmm.
like staying there, walking him down the whole time, even though he was just getting fucked up. He did fuck Sean up too, Sean was wearing some damage.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's like,
You know,
yeah, man, but
he's
it's
not.
like
He's not.
everybody was like, give him a contract because everybody knows the level of striking that Sean is at.
Yeah, man, he's good, man. You wouldn't look at it and expect that, man, but he can strike, bro. He can strike. His size, of course, helps a lot. You know what I'm saying? His ranginess, um, but he can hit hard too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he good. Um, so of course we'll get to the bread and butter of things. John Jones versus Gane. What was your thoughts leading up to the fight? Like right because I know we talked about it, but like right before it. Because I remember people were saying God is gonna, do some like it was gonna be, I was starting to kind of like damn, like yo, he might be able to do some shit. But then, obviously I still had smart money on, on Jones, but
Um, basically, basically what I believed was I believed what honestly what happened because I kind of even said that I was like if it goes to the ground it's literally gonna end so fast,
mhm, mhm,
but if he keeps it on the street he has a shot. But Jones is very rangy
mhm,
and he knows how to use it very well, so it's going to be tough for him to win. And I said, and I said it before. I was like, Jones has a lot more ways to win than
Exactly.
Gane has.
Exactly. He's
That's
more well
basically what I
equipped.
thought.
He's more well equipped for the task. Um, and he showed it, man. That was just an absolute destruction. He didn't, what I'm saying, with no time. It was, what I'm saying, couple feet, couple minutes on the feet, and went straight for the takedown, and boom, within a couple seconds, it was done. It was over. And again,
Hmm.
we know Gon is a good fighter. I think, he's obviously ranked number one for a reason. Now, I'm hearing a lot of people talk about this Sergey dude, this Sergey
Pavlovich.
Pavlovich. Yes. Now, what's going on with him? What's
Um,
going on with him?
he just had incredible boxing and like
Didn't he just beat?
weird.
Didn't he just beat Derek? Okay. So,
Yeah,
where do you have him at?
I mean, it's going to be interesting. If he fights God, it's going to be very interesting. His power is ridiculous.
You think
Honestly,
you think he has the most power in heavyweight right now?
no.
No.
I think Derek Lewis still has the most power
Wow.
in heavyweight,
Okay.
but his power is still very good, and his boxing is incredible. So it's not even that's that he has good power. He knows how to land it,
Hmm.
and he'll knock. And he it's going to be interesting if he fights. Gon is going to be interesting regardless. But him versus Jones, I'm just not seeing.
You don't see that happening?
The only person I feel like who could even match Jones in terms of length, and like I haven't seen anything about him in so long. I he's probably honestly retired by now. But Alexander Volkov, he fought Derek Lewis. He actually got knocked out by Derek. He beat Derek Lewis, or he was beating Derek Lewis basically for the whole fight, and then Derek Lewis, caught him
Mm.
and just
Laid him out.
uh he didn't lay him out, or he didn't knock him out right there, but he dropped him and then he just swarmed him and TKO'd him.
Okay. Stopped him up. Stopped him. Um, what's his name? Alexander Volkov?
Yeah,
Okay.
Alexander Volkov. I don't know if he's still in the UFC, and just in terms of the striking, because he can match the length,
Mm.
he's 6'7".
Yeah, bro. He
So,
still fights. Apparently, he fights. He fights this Saturday against
okay.
against Alexander Romanov.
Oh, okay. No, so he's headlining, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I thought he was in the. Yeah, I just haven't heard anything about him in so long.
Okay.
But, um, but yeah,
He,
but we'll see. We'll see on Saturday. You'll be able to see, and put some stuff together. He's a good striker, great kickboxer,
do,
good outside fighter, very rangy.
so what do you think about Stipe? Because I what now? Don't correct me if
Yeah,
I'm wrong. Didn't he get knocked out by Francis?
yeah.
So I mean, obviously, I know it's not all about knockouts, but I heard Jones say that.
But he also wrestle fucked Francis in their first fight for
Oh,
5 rounds.
oh, okay, but
That was basically, that's why Francis came at him with that intensity, that
hmm
ferocity.
he
Is
knew.
why he was in there like that. He was just like, all right, I know how dangerous this guy is. This guy already beat me, dragged me into deep water,
Oh,
made
did
me
did
look
he
like
did he
the
lose to Francis?
Stipe the first time.
Oh,
He lost. Francis lost to Stipe the first
oh,
time.
okay, okay. No, I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know he
Yeah,
lost. Okay.
he was a Francis, like, guy that already beat me,
Mhm.
drug me into deep water,
Mhm.
and so I know that's why Francis had that urgency when he
Right.
was fighting
Right. He knew that's just
Stipe.
the only way to really win like that.
Yeah, because he's very good, man. He's very good.
So
And
does he give Jones a good fight?
shit, man. It's just so I just don't. Thing is, you have to look at the fact that Stipe's over 40.
Oh yeah? Oh
Yeah, I
shit.
believe Stipe's 41. I mean, albeit it is heavyweight.
Mhm.
I mean, Francis Ngannou himself was 39.
Right.
Um,
Older dudes in heavyweight.
yeah, so it is heavyweight. So, but I still think he's old. Jones about what, 34, 30,
35. Yeah.
34, 35.
Mhm.
He's younger, and it's not like he doesn't have the experience to compete.
Mhm.
He's had, well, I think at this point. I think 12 title defenses.
Nah, I think it's more than that. I think it's like
It
15.
might be
I think it's
it might be
14. It's
14.
14.
I believe it's 14.
Yeah. And
Um,
then what, like over 30
oh
fights?
my God. It's gonna be over 30. I don't know if he's had over. No, he definitely hasn't had over 30 fights.
No, okay, let's see.
You
John
can check.
Jones. Yeah, you're right. It's 27 and 1. But of course, that one came to a disqualification.
28, 28.
Right, 28, 28 now. Um,
But yeah, oh my goodness, what even was my point?
about like Jones just having the experience and shit.
Yeah, yeah. But no, no, Stipe's age. But
Okay,
Stipe is. I just believe he's too old, bro. He's already been knocked out.
right. That chin
I
is.
don't I don't think that's not the first time he's lost. I don't
Who did he
believe
lose
so.
to, if you know?
Let's fucking see, bro. I believe he lost to Cormier.
Oh yeah,
I mean, yeah, I mean I know he beat Cormier, but
I think they had a rematch.
yeah, um,
Yeah, man, it's hard to beat someone twice, man. It's hard to beat someone twice. You gotta, they're preparing for everything you already did. You know what I'm saying? Hard to sell.
unanimous decision. Yeah, he lost to Cormier.
Okay,
TKO.
damn. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think
In the first round?
first round TKO.
Damn. So he did that fight right after he did the Ngannou fight.
Really?
Then
Bro,
yeah, so
when did I thought
that was
Ngannou
in
was new.
2018.
When did Daniel Cormier stop fighting?
Cormier stopped fighting in 2020.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure.
Okay. I thought
2021. No, 2020. No, 2020. 2020.
okay. I thought he
Let
stopped
me
a little bit longer than that. But
make for damn shout.
mhm.
Let me make sure right here. I actually like looking shit up like this way better. But let me make sure real quick right here.
Mhm.
22 and 3. So he lost to Stipe, he lost to Jones. Um, yeah, 2020, August 15th, 2020, Miocic Cormier 3. Um, oh, they fought three times.
Who?
Oh yeah, D, you're great. He lost to Stipe twice actually.
Jeez. Okay. So Stipe
They
is
fought
good.
three times.
Stipe is really good. Has Stipe always been at heavyweight?
Yeah,
Okay. Stipe Miocic.
Miocic.
Miocic. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think smart money, of course, is um on Jones. But if he does get through Stipe, uh, where does he go, bro? Does he retire? Like, what does he do? I,
Jones?
yeah,
He stays a heavyweight.
yeah, I know, but like, I mean, if no one could beat, like, you feel me? Does he just keep on defending?
Yes,
Mm. I know he has.
until he gets tired of it. I mean, I think that that's really what's happening at light heavyweight.
Right,
Is like
right,
he just dominated for so long, he lost motivation.
right. He wanted to get challenged. But I mean, if he's beating dudes like this, within, a first round, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think this is much of a challenge either. I do know he has an 8 fight deal with the UFC with Dana White. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see anyone beating him right now.
Yeah. I think he's literally just too big, too technical,
Hmm.
too strong. I don't. Uh, Hold on. Let me pull up the heavyweight rankings real quick,
Okay, I know, I know.
and we
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, yeah. Pull that up. Let's find that out.
and we can look real quick lag
Hmm.
heavyweight UFC rankings, because this way it will give us a good idea
Exactly. Who
of who
really
is
has a
on the landscape.
chance of even fighting him? You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
Gracious, Wi-Fi is not working right now. or I just didn't press enter. Ha. Okay. So heavyweight rankings right now. You see, I gotta scroll down. Okay, heavyweight, Ciryl Gane, because they haven't changed yet.
Hmm.
Ciryl Gane, Stipe Miocic. Oh wait, Curtis Blades. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Did,
Curtis Blades.
didn't John Jones already beat him in? Or they haven't fought?
No, they're not the same weight class because
Okay,
he was at light heavyweight.
okay. Kurt, does he have a chance? I've seen him. He got knocked out, right?
He got knocked out by Derek Lewis, but it was really his fault. It was a naked shot. I mean, I'm not gonna take anything away from Derek Lewis,
Hmm.
because he landed the shot, he timed it perfectly,
Right,
and they actually trained for that,
right.
trained for him to shoot. But yeah, but he just knew that he was going to shoot and timed the uppercut perfectly and flatlined him, man.
Mm,
But whew, my goodness, my hiccups are bad right now. But number one, I don't believe that Jones has that kind of power. Number two, Curtis Blades is an excellent wrestler, and he'll be able to I think equalize that a little bit within Jones, and he'll strike with him.
hmm.
Curtis Blades can stand up as well.
Okay,
As a matter of fact, with Derek Lewis, he was actually winning the striking,
okay.
um, until he just
He got
got
caught.
kind of impatient and or whatever, and just went for a takedown. As a matter of fact, I mean, I feel like if he didn't, well, I'm not gonna say that because then you're playing with fire. I was gonna say if he didn't shoot the tape, he just needed to set it up way better than he set it up.
Hmm.
He shot it naked,
Okay. And he
basically.
just got countered.
Yeah, got countered a brutal,
Oh boy.
brutal uppercut. Like I mean, dropped like he just dropped a bag of rice,
Mm.
bro.
Yeah, I think
In
that's.
the walked down to the basement with it,
Oh
dropped
god.
it.
Oh boy. I'm about to look it up. Curtis Blade knocked out. Let me see this shit real quick.
So
Oh my gosh, this looks terrible already. Fight this shit. Let's see.
yeah, just watch, wait for that uppercut.
Oh, oh gosh.
But yeah, the
Straight,
bling
straight to
drop.
sleep. Straight to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like timber, timber.
I know, man. He felt fake, bro. I heard a fucked up story. Someone got his number, like some fan, probably some casual
Hmm.
got his number and was able to FaceTime him. Like somehow somebody, leaked his number, but they FaceTimed him and were like, "You got knocked the fuck out." And
That's so
it
fucked up, man.
it is fucked up. I'm like, damn, bro. But like at the end of the day, you just gotta know like that guy has nothing going on with his life,
Yeah,
and that's why he did that to you.
exactly. People,
Like you could literally kill him.
yeah, man. Like, if you're a fighter, man, like this is the life. This is the life. Anything is possible. Anything that can go on. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that you already have to like accept in the aftermath. You know what I'm saying? After, you know what I'm saying? What how are people gonna react? So, but that's just how it is. But yeah, that's terrible, man.
Yeah.
That's terrible, bro.
Yeah, man, it's
I want to see.
I
I
don't know
really,
how that
I really
happened.
want to see Jones get like. Obviously, we know he's been tried and tested, but I want to see him get challenged. Like at heavyweight. I really want to see him get challenged. Like, cause I mean, he just ran through Gone. Like it was not even. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
Like
just.
he wasn't
It like
there.
it wasn't there. So it was like, and I thought it was gonna be a closer fight than this. Truthfully.
Oh yeah, I thought it was gonna go at least four
Yeah,
rounds.
yeah, like I actually, my prediction was, Jones would win, the unanimous decision. That was my prediction, you know, but he said he's not going to leave it to the scorecard. He said, all right, I'm done. Do you think that low blow made him mad and this made him go harder?
Nah, just that just happens.
Okay, yeah, that shit was just, but he's special, man. He's different. He's different, man. Serious fighter, man, and it's to the,
Yeah,
it's to the point where. Now, what do you think about him? Is he the GOAT?
yeah. At this moment in time, I don't really see how anybody can really say because we know him as a wrestler, right?
Hmm.
But his striking is actually very good too because of his length.
Hmm.
You know,
Very
80,
rangy.
80, 84 and a half inch reach, 83 and a half inch reach.
Right.
Yeah, 83 and a half inch reach, something like that. But his striking is still so good. And it's just like and then you have his wrestling. He was a collegiate wrestler. His style is just too dominant,
Hmm.
bro. Like I just don't see as far as styles go. I don't really don't know who I can put up against him that can beat him.
Right. Now, do you ever see him retiring from before Father Time gets to him?
Mm.
Like, do you see him still fighting and eventually lose because he's old?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You know,
Um,
I think he should retire before then. Cement his legacy. But
yeah. Dang. I wouldn't. I mean, I want to see how he does in this contract.
yeah, he's got 7 more fights technically, which I don't think he'll fulfill in my personal opinion. Um, I don't think he'll have 8 or 7 more fights. I think he's looking at probably 3 or 4. If I had to, like, if I just had to guess, because what they fight in the UFC, they fight what 2 or 3 times a year. Big dudes like that, like
About that, yeah.
big dudes like that. So he's got what 2 more times. That's okay. So now he has 5 more. You know, um, I mean he might make it, but that's 8 dudes. I don't know, man. If he does, bro, and he defends out, like, there's no one that could say anything. Like he is, yeah, he is the most.
Certified
Yeah, he's
goat.
certified, bro. You can't take nothing away. Now what do you think about the steroid thing? Because we don't really like the cheaters.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously going to be a huge caveat. But I mean, what he tested for was estrogen blockers. Like we talked about, it's very different if like you get a tainted supplement and you taint it and you test positive for an actual steroid,
Right, right,
but he tested positive for the things that you use to hide it. So which
exactly,
means that you show that you knew that it was in your system.
exactly.
So it's iffy because like
Even we don't really know what the hell he was really on. You know.
yeah, and then also then again we want to say that like estrogen blockers wouldn't be in those vats because why the hell would an estrogen blocker be in there?
Right.
But you
That,
never know.
was that the excuse that they used? Like it was.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Huh.
it was a tainted supplement is what he used. That was his excuse.
Okay. Well, recently, Connor Ben, I believe we spoke about this before. Connor Ben tested dirty, and the WBC basically allowed him to get back into the rankings. And their excuse, or their excuse was, bad eggs or too much eggs. And I'm pretty sure it was also estrogen blocker. So these guys just make up
Wait,
excuses.
too much eggs for what?
Too,
What
that's
did he
what
have
the
too much
reason.
test that he had too much tea?
Too much eggs, too much of eggs. That's what the excuse was. Yeah, yeah. I mean, shoot.
But what was he testing? What did he test? Clenbuterol, was it?
No, no, no. That was a Canelo, but he tested for estrogen blockers, I believe. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. But I'm saying the excuse that they used was that he was eating too much eggs.
that makes no fucking
No
sense, bro.
sense at all, at all. It's not. Well, it's not supposed to make sense. They're just saying, okay, we know he cheated. We know he's dirty, but
Oh
we don't.
wow, so the
We do want to see the money.
WBC,
Yeah, the WBC is corrupt, man. They want the money.
they're the ones that said that?
Indeed.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Wow.
how it is, man. Like I know Valdez, which is another fighter. Um, Valdez, he also tested dirty, and they let him fight a fight that should not have happened. Which is, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate that they do these things. Um, and the fight that he actually fought, I thought he lost it. You know what I'm saying? I thought he lost it, but they gave him the decision. It's just I don't know, man. That does takes the love out of the sport for me a little bit. The fact that you don't know who's cheating and who's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like who's clean, man? Who's clean and who's dirty? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's disappointing.
Absolutely.
It's really disappointing.
It's
Um,
run by the mob,
oh
man.
yeah,
So
yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just
yeah,
the
it's nothing
money.
but
The money is king, man. And of course, don't get me wrong. Get the money, but at the same time, it's like this is people's lives we're talking about. You taking things to kill, that can get people killed at this point, and they're out here, just eating, you know, carrot juice and what I'm saying, and onions,
Yeah, running miles.
running miles and putting the hard work in. What I'm saying? Like I find it so funny that people will justify using steroids with the fact that you still have to work out. I'm like, bro, that means nothing. Like, okay, you still have to work out. That you're still taking something to enhance something far more than the average human being.
Yeah, change your whole hormones and
Yeah, like, yo, it's people just like to justify anything they do, man, and it's unfortunate, but that's life, though, unfortunately. But I don't know, man. Like, I definitely still think he's the GOAT, of course, but he's a cheater though. He cheated. You know what I'm saying? I mean now, and I do know that now the levels have gone up, right? But at the same time, the rules were broken at that time. You know what I'm saying? But I still think skill wise, I don't think giving him steroids would have changed his skill or taken anything away. I think mostly what the steroids would have done is just make him like a machine. You know what I'm saying? Where he's able to
yeah.
go at like alarming rates, and
Also, his recovery,
his recovery is a lot different, you know what I'm saying? And his probably his power is a little more, but his skill set is still, you can't really fuck with him.
elite, man.
He's still elite to the to
It's
the to
just
the top.
elite. I don't think yeah, bro. He's just so technically sound, and just like, bro. I think because of my dislike of him, like as a person,
Hmm.
I think that I just slept on him for a while. Like I didn't like his personal choices and whatnot. And it's also it's all
Yeah,
you act like you want to separate yourself from that and whatnot, but it can make it hard like because
yeah.
it's biased. We literally talked the other day about like um they wasn't on air, but we talking about like how fighting is just much more personal, and so it's very difficult to know why you're even into it, and and you're not into other sports like football or like basketball or whatever,
Hmm.
or you're not into following them.
Hmm.
But like even still knowing that, like it you get biased, bro. It's very natural.
Yeah. And it's like he's such a see, these things annoy me a lot, and people probably might be mad, but okay, look, if you have your faith, go ahead. If you're a Christian, on you, right? I'm not bashing anyone's religion, but it just irks me when you now don't get me wrong, everyone does deserve not everyone, but you should your past shouldn't always define you, but he- it's like, okay, you say you're such a religious person, you give thanks to God and this and that, but then you look at what this guy's done, like, what I'm saying, like his track record is terrible. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people like to it's such a out. It's such a
Cherry
out,
pick.
you know what I'm saying? Where, oh, you
Yeah.
did all this bad stuff, but no, I love Jesus, and you know all that stuff is washed away. That's an out, you know what I'm saying? And it irks me, it irks me. It really does. It bothers me that can be, oh, I found Jesus, so all the bad stuff I did is, can be forgotten. Not to say that it is, because I see people all the time mention it still, but you know, now, at the same time as well, I don't think he should hold it, on top of his head, because that's not healthy either. But, it just annoys me how your actions don't speak louder than, your words. Or sorry, your actions speak louder than your words, but,
Yeah.
but you're trying to flip it, But again, these are things about himself. This is not his fighting skills. This is him as
I
a
mean, I
person.
think he is. I mean, I'm not a physician. He just has like narcissistic traits.
Hmm.
Like you can you can have like narcissistic traits without being a full-on narcissist or
Hmm.
anything like that. Like
Hmm.
just like you can have traits or symptoms of depression, but
Hmm.
you're not like you don't have depression. You may just
Right, right.
for a time have traits or symptoms or
Exactly,
that may
exactly.
set that off.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but yeah, but he just has some qualities, that I recognize that are like, not taking accountability, like when he does something wrong.
Hmm.
Like oh, ow. For example, like when he got arrested at the Hall of Fame at his induction ceremony
Oh,
or after his induction
he's already
ceremony.
in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, yeah, that was the night that he was getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, though, when everything happened with his wife.
Oh
You know.
wow. And what happened in that situation, if you know?
Well, it was a while ago now, but basically what happened was there's a dispute in the room, domestic dispute. The wife or girlfriend, excuse me, came downstairs. And this was at a hotel. He came downstairs into the lobby. The lobby was it was a hotel casino in Vegas. Came down to the lobby casino area, talking to security. You know, I forget what she exactly what she said, but essentially, um, the security asked her if she wanted her to call the police, and she was reluctant. And then the kid was like, "Please call the police." That's John's daughter that said that, please call the police. Essentially, um, but yeah, but she was bloody. She had blood on her nose and on her lip and whatnot.
Damn. Was it the same white girl that was in the ring with him?
I don't remember. I would assume so. Yes.
Mm,
Um.
wow. Bloody nose and jeez, that's brutal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's brutal, man. And I always laugh at that clip of him and Daniel, when he's like, "So you beat me on a night full of cocaine," and that's the funniest shit, man. Not actually funny, but like it's crazy. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean, do you think he kind of blew up too quickly as a kid? Because how old was he when he first joined?
For sure.
How old was he?
No, 20. I mean, I believe he was 20.
20. When did he become a
Yeah.
champion?
22.
22 years old. That's both younger than both of us. Champion of the world of UFC, light
Yep.
heavyweight, 22 years old, man. Oh man, that's when you're at that's near your physical prime as far as physicality. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're,
Hmm.
super duper strong. And I mean, right now we're at our, physicality prime. Probably until maybe even like 30 something, low 30s, I think. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean, as long as you just keep lifting, keep working out, I mean, you'll retain that shit until you're
so for a
deep into
while.
your. Yeah.
For a while. I think you start to fade as far as physicality, especially as a fighter, when you start getting to 37s, 38s, 39s, you know what I'm saying? You start to fade a little bit and again, it all depends on how you fight, how you fought, how do you take care of your body, you
Hmm.
know. So, it's one of those things, but
Yes, sir.
you know, we'll we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. You know what I'm saying? Definitely let us know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that like button. You feel me? Just hit the like button to fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back